It is often said that communication runs the nation. And I kind of believe that because communication is the key to any and all things. And it is vitally important to relationships. I saw a post on social media that kind of triggered a conversation offline with my peers about the communication between men and women. I am going to share that conversation with you and let's see what you think. So pull up a chair, have a seat, and let's converse. Welcome one and all to On the Table. I am Tucker, your conversation starter. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now the whole thing started with this poster right here. I blotted out the name for privacy purposes. I don't want to get in trouble. They might not want it out there, though I doubt it. It's a publicly shared image on Facebook. But anywho, never date someone who's always wanted to date you. That has to be one of the most
Duh.
statements I've ever heard.
I know, right?
What do you mean don't date someone that's always wanted to date you? So who should you date? Someone that has no interest in you? Someone that just found you interesting in the last 5 minutes?
Well,
And this is where we come to the part about conversation between men and women. Now you may be saying, Tucker, how did that one statement bring about a conversation about lack of communication between men and women? Because while you have one woman saying, never date someone that has always wanted to date you, you have another woman saying this: normalize men being obsessed with their woman and letting others know it's her and never them. It's supposed to be them. You know how misprints go. But let's go with that first part. Normalize men being obsessed with their woman. Wait a minute. An obsession would mean that they are totally into you. They want you, that kind of thing. Someone that's always wanted to date you is someone that is, by definition, a little bit obsessed with you.
That's right.
So, women, which one is it? Don't date someone that's always been obsessed with you, or do you want your man obsessed with you? That's where we started the conversation about lack of communication and understanding, to be more specific, between men and women. I've said it before, so allow me to repeat this. I am not an Andrew Tate follower. I'm not that kind of person. But I am a realist, a pragmatist, a man that has raised 3 daughters, watching them go and deal with their relationships, was in an 11-year relationship, and a divorcee.
damn!
I'm giving you a background to understand that what women say is not the same thing as what women mean. And that that level of communication is going to lead to conflict. Let me give you examples. If a woman says, after you ask her, is everything okay? And she says, everything is fine.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Ladies, y'all know what that means. Everything is not fine.
Here it comes.
There is a storm on the horizon. There is trouble a brewing.
Thank you and good night.
And then when fellas go, are you sure? And a woman goes, yeah, I'm fine. We'll leave that shit alone.
Period.
You said you're fine. We go on about our business. And then that's where the issue comes in, because you can go on TikTok and find those videos where women then get upset with the man by not continuing to pester her about what's wrong. We asked you twice. That's it. And because women work in that vernacular, because women communicate in that vernacular, they also hear in that exact same vernacular. Because the opposite happens. If a man is sitting there quiet, watching television, a woman will come in, and every fellow knows this has happened. A woman will come in and go, "What's wrong?" Or they'll ask, "Is everything okay?" And we will say with absolute certainty, "Yeah, I'm good." "What's wrong?" "Nothing." "Well, you're sitting here quiet." I'm watching TV, the game, or whatever. And then they'll keep asking, and then we'll get pissed off. And then they'll go, "See, I told you." "Yes, something's wrong now, and it's you.
Yep.
You won't leave us alone." And in the conversations that I've had dealing with this, I came to this conclusion. I said it a second ago. Women hear in the same way that they communicate, which is backwards as shit.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Women hear, when women say they're fine, they mean there's a problem. So when they hear "I'm fine," they translate that into, "Oh, there must be a problem." I cannot tell you how often I have to tell my daughters when they're trying to tell me something or explain something to me, I stop them. "Stop. Remember what I taught you. I'm a man. Talk to me like a man." When I tell them that, because I've trained them on this one, cut out all the non-essential information. Give me the point and what is needed.
And that's it.
Tell me what the point of this is, and then let me know why you are telling me. That's a man. Men don't vent like that. Men may have a moment with their fellow men, and often we just sit in silence. And just a brotherhood of men, we good.
Yep.
Men can tell you more about what they're going through in a simple sentence than a woman could in an hour-long, pointless story.
And that's a fact.
Men get around men, they'll sit down with a drink or something and go, "Whew, them kids are mine." And every man with kids go, "Brother, I feel you." That was the whole vent. That was it.
That's so true.
That was everything that that man needed to say to get the point across. Whereas, my lovely, beautiful women, y'all don't do that. An example, a woman will come home and tell a man how hard her day was and who's getting on her nerves and what they're doing. And a man, to prove that he is listening, will offer suggestions on what to do to alleviate that problem.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. That's true. No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
A woman will come back 2 days later and tell the exact same story with the exact same problems. And we as men are going, "Well, why didn't you take the necessary steps?" And fellas, that's where we have to understand. Women just vent. They honestly don't want a solution. They just bitch to be bitching.
I mean, that's true.
They don't want to. Women don't want to solve the problem until the problem becomes too much to bear. By that time, it's a brand new problem.
That's a fact. Facts.
Women will wait for anthills to become Mount Everest before they finally want to fix some shit.
Exactly.
It's just that simple. You have some women that can clearly understand what I'm saying and completely get the point I am making right now. And you have other women that will fight and push back on this like I am trying to blast them and curse them to hell.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
There are some women that are just wired that way to understand this is what a man needs, this is what a man means. Then you have some that no matter what, they're going to do it their way. And over time, those women will learn to communicate because time, maturity, and failure after failure, conflict after conflict has taught them, I need to truly listen. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got to do better. Well, that's all I have to talk about on this, Thanks for sitting down with me and having a little chit chat. But before you leave, don't forget to add your 2 cents. Drop a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Express how you feel about this whole thing. Is communication really that bad? Or is it just the way things are? If this talk was good to you, give me a thumbs up. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell and you won't miss the next one. So until next time, I am your man Tucker. Keep the conversation going and I'll see you.